All right, everybody. Michael Falato here again from GTM Full Throttle, and this is the show Full Throttle Leaders. And we have a great CEO, founder from Vendux, Henning. Henning, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you for having me.
No worries. It's awesome just doing your podcast. Now you're on mine. Tell me what your company does and why you started your company.
Well, let's start with the why I started it
Yeah.
because I've spent about 25 years as a sales leader, very similar to you.
Mm.
And then I was done with that. I didn't enjoy it anymore. And I looked around and I thought becoming a fractional executive, a fractional sales leader would be the right next step.
Hmm.
I uncovered very quickly that I was not well connected enough. Like you today, I have 30,000 connections on LinkedIn,
Yep.
but back then I had 700, and none of them were CEOs, founders, owners, investors, board members, none of that.
Hmm.
And when I looked for an agency, I couldn't find one, not one that had a focus on sales leaders. And that's when I started Vendux. And that's what we do to this day. We are the matchmaker between a roster of pre-vetted fractional executives, fractional sales leaders, and companies who have a need for that particular skill set.
And those fractional people, do they ever turn into full-time hires? And do you make like almost a placement approach for that, or is it basically all fractional and then you don't really get involved in the permanent placement side?
Um, about 20% of our fractional assignments convert to full-time.
Yeah.
And in more cases than not, the fractional executive that we placed is the one who takes over the role in a full-time motion. And our contracts actually account for that. We put a conversion fee in that allows us to also benefit from that, very similar to how a recruiter gets paid.
And how do you know how many fractional slots or positions you filled over the last? I mean, how long you been doing this?
7 years.
Do you have an idea like how many fractional positions you've actually placed?
Well, we did an assessment or count earlier this year, and we were up to almost 900 placements.
Wow, nice. And how big is your company? Tell us a little bit about the size of your company and who kind of helps you out on a daily basis and what your ideal customer profile is.
Yeah, so we're a bunch of 1099 contractors.
Mm.
So I always like to say there are no employees. We have at this point I have one co-founder, two partners who do basically what I do, and then we outsource everything else. We have five or so contractors for things like taxes, our IT, marketing, etc. That come in. And our clients are anywhere from pre-revenue to about 100 million in revenue, industry agnostic, since our roster covers every industry vertical, every type of product. Though it is fair to say that the majority of fractional sales leadership assignments are somewhere in the 1 to $20 million range.
And do you place CROs, CMOs, or even fractional guys like me who are in go-to-market top of funnel? Like, tell me what your ideal slot of people.
Yeah. The way I describe the roles, I say it's everything sales, revenue growth, business development, C-suite level, VP level, director level, even senior AEs, when gray hair is needed to do multi-million dollar deals.
Mm.
What we don't do are SDRs, BDRs. We're not in the sort of in the agency business where we're bringing in agencies. Our focus is on placing people. So
Mhm.
we're in the people business.
What's a tech or solution or strategy or plan that you've implemented over the last 6 months that worked really well or completely bombed? And the reason why I ask you this is lose and learn or win and strategize and tell people how you did it.
Yeah. So one that bombed completely was to build our own cold email outreach process.
Hmm.
Um,
How
you
long ago
know,
was that?
that was about 12 months ago that we
Uh,
started the project and then abandoned it after 3 or 4 months because it did not deliver the results.
and what was wrong?
Um,
Because this is my space. Like
I
this is
know.
where I could have helped you. But what was wrong? What was right?
Well, well, I think what's the question is, what are we selling and to whom?
Hmm.
And in the fractional space, I believe it's all about timing. So it's not about cold calling a CEO and saying, "Hey, do you need a fractional sales leader?" That's not how this works. It's more about, so fractional executives get brought in when clients experience a problem,
A
when
pain.
they hit a roadblock, a pain, exactly. And they're looking for somebody to take away that pain, to dissolve the roadblock, to get the company back onto a growth journey. And especially in sales, it's all about growth. It's about generating more revenue. And so our clients are founder-led sales motions, sales teams that are stuck, sales teams who are expanding into new markets, into new
So
geographies, selling new product.
people that just raise money would be a good fit.
We
No,
have found that that is not true.
true. So
Um,
where are they when they need you? How do you know the pain?
well, that's where I think a true cold outreach does not work because there are no signals, there are no outside indicators that would tell you that the company is experiencing a pain, the CEO is seeing the pain, and the CEO wants to do something about the pain. And so what we do, on the other hand, is now we put a lot of content out there. We build a lot of connections. We are involved in communities. We are involved in the industry association for the fractional industry. We are um, building partnerships with companies that are in this space as well. Fractional CFOs, COOs, CMOs, recruiters, startup networks. And through all of these channels, we're putting our name and our capabilities out there. And then most opportunities are the result of somebody inbound coming to us. And today, most of those inbounds are generated by people who go to their favorite AI tool and ask questions. No longer Google, AI tools. Who is the partner I should work with? I have this issue. Who should I talk to? And that's how our name comes
Have
up.
you ever thought about kind of using the CFO or anybody else's LinkedIn and saying, hey, we're doing a joint roundtable and we're using their LinkedIn and your LinkedIn because you obviously have a great number of people, but that's how you could get those two partner things together and doing
Mhm.
a joint roundtable. The podcast thing that you do and I do is obviously a great way to talk to
Mhm.
people too because the email side of things, if you said in email and LinkedIn, hey, I'm doing a podcast, I'm doing a roundtable, I'm doing it with Johnny or Steve, the LinkedIn and email work. You just got to know what to say in those things, and you got to make sure it gets delivered. So that's kind of what I would say on the email side of things. Like you got to have no more than 50 emails a day. You got to do 15 to 20 of those message of domains and email boxes to get it out there
Yeah. And
without
Mike,
breaking your domain.
and Michael, I have no doubt that you do all of that
Yeah,
successfully for the clients that you have.
yeah.
But I can also tell you that over the years, I've had many people come to me with a very similar message that it's all about how you do it and who you're targeting. And none of these people, none of these organizations have been successful.
You know
And
why?
I
Because they stink.
well, I also think at this point, though, it has something to do with what we're selling.
Yeah,
And and if you bring to me an example of somebody who does exactly what I do,
yeah.
and you've done it successfully for them, and I talk to the person and they confirm it, then I might believe that you have something that's different
Yeah.
and that I'm proven wrong when I say it doesn't work for what I'm selling.
Yeah, I got you. Tell us how people get a hold of you, and who do you want to get a hold of you and reach out to you?
Well, we're as a matchmaker operating on both sides, so we are always interested in expanding our roster. If you're a fractional sales leader, reach out to us.
Hmm.
But we're also looking for companies who experience sales issues,
Hmm.
founder-led sales motions who need to be professionalized in order to allow scaling, companies who are stuck in their sales motion. We can staff any scenario, any role. The way to get in touch is look at my name, Henning Schwinum. I'm the only one with that name on LinkedIn. You can't go wrong. There is no second one. But you can also go to Vendux, Vendux.org, Vendux.org. That's our website, and get in touch with us that way.
And how about some events that are coming up? Any events where people can find you, whether it be
Yeah.
online or in person?
Well, we have two in-person events come up. We do a meetup in Denver and a meetup in Kansas City in June. Both dates are on our website. And then you can encounter me next week at a virtual event with the German American Business Association when I'm talking about how to set up a sales team for a Silicon Valley startup.
Well, I appreciate your time, Henning. Thanks for coming on my podcast as well.
Thank you, Michael.
Thanks.